In this video, I'll be going over 3 universal laws that I've personally been applying to my life lately, and these are serious game changers when it comes to inner healing, goal setting, manifestation, whatever you're trying to accomplish. It's a new year, which means new you, right? Whether you call them resolutions or not, when the new year rolls around every year, we take that as a fresh start. And the last couple of years have been a roller coaster, dare I say more, so it's time for us to shift into new ways of thinking and being so that we can live our best lives and thrive in 2022. First, quick intro. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much for being here. My name is Alyssa, and this channel is about the laws of the universe and how you can use them to empower your life and thrive in your human experience. What we talk about on this channel goes way beyond the ever popular law of attraction, so be sure to hit that subscribe button as well as the bell icon so that you stay informed when I post new videos. And if you're excited to change your life in 2022, hit that like button and let's dive right in. So the first law that you should apply in 2022 is the law of subtraction. Quite simply, this is the law of letting go. It states that in order to allow new changes into your life, there are usually things that you'll have to let go of in order to let those new things in. So let's say you're trying to manifest a career with an annual salary of $1 million a year, right? Let's go big. Well, if you're someone who has only made a maximum of $40K a year, there will be parts of your identity that you'll have to shed in order to make that $1 million a reality. Same thing if you're trying to attract a partner. Are you currently embodying that version of yourself that's in that relationship? Are you loving and caring for yourself? Are you putting yourself out there knowing that you're worthy of love? Or are there some things that you'll need to subtract in order to then attract that person and or $1 million salary? Maybe some insecurities, low self-esteem, negative beliefs around money and love, certain habits that keep you stuck and feeling alone and uncared for. So take inventory of these things and ask yourself, is what I want aligned with these aspects of my current identity? And if not, what aspects do you need to let go of? And what new ones do you need to adopt? I'll wait. Just kidding. Journaling is awesome for this. Take inventory. And more importantly, ask yourself if you're even ready to make these changes or if you're still too attached to your current identity. I'm learning that we always get something out of what we suffer from. We say we want to change, but then we find 1,000,001 excuses as to why we shouldn't, and that's usually in part because we get some sort of payback for clinging onto that identity. And a lot of times that payback is simply being correct about who we are. The ego needs to be right. So it might be time to break up with certain aspects of ourselves and step through the discomfort of change. Another universal law to apply in 2022 is the law of divine oneness. This is very powerful because it's the law that states that we're all connected by divine source or God, whatever you want to call it. Before the Big Bang happened, we were lumped into the same speck of consciousness until we expanded out. And that connection is always there, but the last couple of years in particular have really put us in a new type of isolation that interfered with our relationships and how we connect to other people. So for me, one of my goals this year is to make more impactful connections. Of course, there are still things happening in the world right now. We still need to be safe and keep those physical distances, but we can start very small by simply saying hi to the neighbors more often. Smile at people that you pass out in public. Being kind to service workers. Also, putting myself out there on social media has proved to me that while yes, that in-person connection is its own thing, we have the internet. I've met people online, joined Facebook groups, got on Zoom calls to discuss the things that I talk about on this channel with people that I never would have met in person. And those conversations lit me up. When we make these impactful connections with other people, we reinforce and strengthen that existing connection, and it fills us up with love, making our souls do little happy dances. Essentially, it raises our vibration. Bringing up the scale of consciousness, love is all the way up towards the top, right? And when we're up there, we're more expanded and open to receiving. And when we're down at the bottom, we're contracted and closed off. I spent so much of my life at the bottom of that chart, closed off to interactions, and I spent so much time trying to avoid people at all costs. But when I started this channel, I had to ask myself, how am I supposed to attract people to this YouTube channel and the information that I'm offering to the world if I've been giving off that type of repelling energy? Right? We reap what we sow. I can't expect to remain on the avoidance side and attract more people to me. So that's a big one. The law of divine oneness, open up your heart and reinforce that connection. And the third law that you should apply in 2022 is the law of inspired action. This is a huge one for me and a lot of spiritual people out there, because the last couple of years for a lot of us have been about reflection, meditation, getting to know ourselves, and for me, heavy shadow work. So ultimately, I've become very comfortable leaning more into that feminine energy as opposed to the masculine, which is getting things done and taking action on our goals. There's a book called If You're Comfortable, You're Not Growing, and that title alone is a very powerful statement. It doesn't mean that everything in life should be uncomfortable, right? The law of polarity states that we need negative and positive aspects of life. But are there things that you've been avoiding doing out of fear of failure or discomfort? I apply this with the law of polarity when I visualize. I visualize the uncomfortable aspects of reaching my goals so that I can get more comfortable with doing them. And then I'm more likely to jump into that task with less anxiety. We focus so much on the potential positives while visualizing, which is great, it's important. But we're ignoring the fact that there will always be things that we don't like or don't want to do while driving towards our goals. It's not all sunshine and rainbows, right? We cannot love every single part of everything that we do. So the lesson with this law is that if you're passionate about something that inspires you, just start doing it. Even if it's in tiny baby steps. You cannot count on that lightning bolt of motivation to strike, because guess what? It might not. Waiting for motivation can be a permission slip for procrastination. So instead of cutting corners and playing the perfectionist game of waiting until you're an expert on something and ultimately letting fear win, get comfortable with the discomfort of taking action and just start. The choice truly is yours. So that is all I have for you guys on how to change your life in 2022 using universal law. I truly hope that this was helpful, and if it was, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, leave me a comment, and share this video if it can help someone else. But thank you all so much for watching today, and as always, please be safe, much love, and I'll see you next time.